no spotlight.
No stage cue. And yet, in a crowd of thousands, one familiar face quietly stole the night. On April 4th, 2026, fans gathered in Incheon for what was already expected to be an unforgettable concert by Park Hyo-shin, one of South Korea's most respected vocalists. Known for his emotional ballads and powerful stage presence, the concert drew a massive audience, including celebrities and devoted fans alike. The atmosphere was electric even before the show began. Fans filled the venue with anticipation, holding light sticks and softly singing along to Park Hyo-shin's past hits as they waited. No1, however, expected that the night would become even more memorable, not because of what happened on stage, but because of someone sitting quietly in the audience, somewhere among the sea of fans. A figure dressed in casual yet effortlessly stylish clothing caught attention. At first, it was just whispers. Is that him? No way, it can't be. But within minutes, the whispers turned into certainty. It was Taehyung, without any prior notice, without media coverage, and without drawing attention to himself. Taehyung had attended the concert as a regular audience member. He wasn't there to perform. He wasn't there for publicity. He was there for one simple reason: to support his close friend, Park Hyo-shin. What struck fans the most wasn't just his presence, but how normal he looked, dressed in a relaxed outfit. Minimalist, comfortable, yet undeniably stylish. Taehyung blended into the crowd. A cap, loose-fit clothing, and his signature calm demeanor made him appear like any other fan enjoying the music. There were no bodyguards making a scene, an spotlight following him, an attempt to turn the moment into a spectacle. It was raw,
Real.
human, and that's exactly why fans were so moved. It didn't take long for fans nearby to start recording. Short clips, just a few seconds long, began circulating online. In those videos, Taehyung could be seen gently nodding to the music, smiling softly, and completely immersed in the performance. One particular fan cam quickly went viral. Diane. Taehyung closes his eyes briefly as Park Hyo-shin hits a powerful note. There's no exaggeration, no dramatic reaction, just quiet appreciation. That moment alone captured millions of hearts. Fans online described it as pure sincerity. A true artist appreciating another artist. This is why people love him. Within hours, the clips spread across platforms, trending globally. Taehyung and Park Hyo-shin are known to share a close bond, one built on mutual respect and a deep love for music. Their friendship has never been overly publicized, yet moments like this reveal its authenticity. Attending a concert might seem simple, but in the world of global celebrities, where schedules are packed and privacy is rare, such gestures carry weight. Taehyung didn't need to be there, but he chose to be, and that choice spoke volumes. Fans who were seated near him shared more details later. They described how Taehyung politely interacted with staff, bowed slightly when greeted, maintained a respectful and low profile, occasionally smiled at fans who recognized him without disrupting the concert. There was no attempt to dominate attention. In fact, many noted that he seemed careful not to distract from the performance. That subtle awareness impressed fans even more. What made this moment especially powerful is the contrast it highlighted. On stage, Taehyung is known as a global superstar, charismatic, bold, and commanding attention wherever he goes. But off stage, moments like this reveal another side. Quiet, thoughtful, grounded, a person who can fill stadiums, yet chooses to sit among fans, a global icon who shows up simply as a friend. This duality is what continues to fascinate people around the world. In an industry often driven by image, promotion, and visibility, authenticity stands out. Taehyung's appearance wasn't part of a campaign. It wasn't teased. It wasn't monetized. It was genuine. And that's precisely why it resonated so deeply. Fans didn't just see a celebrity. They saw a person, someone who values friendship, someone who appreciates music, someone who doesn't forget where he comes from. The first few seconds of recognition always begin the same way, with doubt. Fans sitting a few rows away noticed a man wearing a cap pulled slightly low. His posture was relaxed, his presence calm, almost too calm for someone who looked so familiar. One fan hesitated before whispering, "Is that Taehyung?" At first, no one wanted to believe it. The idea that a global star would simply sit among them without any announcement felt almost impossible. But then came the small details, the unmistakable profile, the way he tilted his head while listening, the quiet elegance that couldn't be imitated. And just like that, curiosity turned into certainty. What made Taehyung's appearance so unique wasn't just that he was there. It was how he chose to be there. He didn't arrive with a dramatic entrance. There were no flashes, no crowd reactions at first. No disruption. Instead, he slipped into the venue like any other fan. Even after being recognized, he didn't change his behavior. He continued watching the performance, focused entirely on the stage, as if nothing around him had shifted. IT was a rare sight. Someone so globally recognized, yet completely uninterested in being the center of attention in that moment. As the concert progressed, something became clear. Taehyung wasn't there as a celebrity. He was there as a listener. Every note sung by Hyo-shin seemed to resonate deeply. Taehyung's reactions weren't exaggerated. They were subtle, almost intimate. A slight nod, a soft smile, a brief closing of the eyes during emotional high notes. These weren't performative gestures. They were the reactions of someone who genuinely loves music. Within minutes of the first fan cam being uploaded, social media began to move rapidly. Clips were reposted across multiple platforms. Fans zoomed in, analyzed, and confirmed his identity. Hashtags began forming organically. What started as a quiet moment inside a concert venue quickly transformed into a global topic. The most viral clip wasn't flashy. It was simple. Taehyung, sitting still, completely immersed in the music, and somehow, that simplicity made it even more powerful. As the video spread, reactions poured in from fans across different countries. Some expressed shock. "I can't believe he was just sitting there like that." Others felt emotional. "This is why he's different." Many highlighted how rare it is for a global star to attend an event so quietly, without turning it into a public spectacle. For longtime fans, however, this wasn't surprising. They recognized it as something consistent with who Taehyung has always been. One of the most talked about aspects of the night was Taehyung's awareness of his surroundings. Despite being recognized, he made a conscious effort not to draw attention away from Hyo-shin. He didn't wave excessively. He didn't react loudly. He didn't stand up or engage in behavior that might shift focus. Instead, he remained seated, respectful, and attentive. IT was a quiet but powerful display of respect, not just for his friend, but for the performance itself. Fans nearby later described a small but meaningful interaction. A staff member approached briefly, possibly to check on him or ensure everything was comfortable. Taehyung responded with a polite nod and a slight bow. Simple gestures, yet deeply rooted in humility. There were no demands and visible hierarchy, just mutual respect. Moments like this may seem small, but they leave a lasting impression. In an industry where every move can be strategic, authenticity becomes rare. That night, there was no script, no official statement, no promotional angle, no calculated exposure, just a person showing up for someone they care about. And ironically, that genuine moment created more impact than any planned appearance could. For many fans, this moment served as a reminder. Behind the fame, behind the global recognition, Taehyung is still someone who enjoys music the same way anyone else does, sitting in a crowd, listening quietly, feeling the emotion of a live performance. It's a simple experience, yet one that often feels distant for someone at his level of fame. And that's what made it so meaningful. Long after the concert ended, the videos continued to circulate. Discussions continued. Edits were created. Moments were replayed over and over again. But beyond the viral aspect, what remained was the story itself. A global star attends a concert, not as a performer, not as a headline, but as a friend. And in doing so, he reminds everyone that sometimes the most powerful moments are the quiet ones. He didn't need a stage to be seen. He didn't need a spotlight to be noticed. All it took was one quiet night, a seat in the crowd, and a genuine heart to leave an impact that reached the world.